Good afternoon. It's Bruce Phares here with Windermere Real Estate in Seattle. It is the 2nd of April, 2020, and it is Thursday. And as always, we're using the top technology to stay in touch with you. Let's go ahead and jump into the numbers. This is a look at the last year, and we are closing out today after a precipitous drop. We're closing out the day at 21,413. Let's go back to the last time we were at that number, 21, get close to it right about there. 21,580. That was July of 2017. So that's where we are at in terms of the Dow. Daily mortgage rates, man, they went to 3.88 yesterday afternoon. They're at 3.62 as of this afternoon, but I know they jumped around somewhat today. Let's go into the stats. I'm going to blow through this really quickly. There's not really that much to report other than the fact that we've had some continued dropping. So let me get on my little highlighter here and see if that'll work. Yes, it does. Newly actives, we went back up about 3 or 4 of them actually today versus the last 2 days. So here are our numbers on that. 7-day continues to diminish down. Totals pretty much head in that direction, but we did have a little bit of a boost here for some reason. It's 485. I guess that's this grouping right here that brought that in. And it's also a result of less pending inspections taking place in relationship to those listings coming on market. And similarly for those that are going into pending status. And finally, the 6-day off markets that for a while were the things that were actually leading the market. They were changing the face of the market. Those are down in the below 5 range per day. And you can see it here from the top of the market, 96. That's the most we had per week. We are down at 45, half of that in about a week and a quarter's time. Won't bother with the totals, PIs, and our ratios also aren't that important. We are now at 6-day pending, 6-day off market to pending inspections is just over 50%, and 6-day to newly actives, 6-day off markets is just below 50%. So those are our two in relationship to what's happening here on a weekly basis. NWMLS shows this dropping down here, heading down to 66 and 136. So this is the highest ratio of new pendings to new actives for the year at 206%. First time we ever crested 206. But that's just a scenario that's taking place over there. So let's take a look where those new listings are that hit today. There's 13 of them. So here is the spread. We've got one over in Ballard at 760, 800, 1.15, 650, 284. It must be a condo, or I'm betting that's a slip. It's got to be that's a floating boat, floating bedroom. 965, 790, 579, 780. Excuse me, 800, 639. Oh my gosh, all my things are falling over there. 725 and 750 and 1 point, call it 1.3 for fun. Let's do this. Let's take a look at Bellevue. All right, here we go. So kind of going just about the same northness. Let's see. I'll take this up a little bit here for a little bit higher. There we go. Kind of grab a few more there. Total of 13 over there. Look at that. And those all came on in one day. Let's see what the price ranges are on those. Here's 1.66 million, 700,000. What do we got here for 1.225, 890, 1.35, 1.875, 1.5, 875, 1.038. Get that over here? 875. Yeah, I did. And call that $1 million for fun. 979. Call that 980. And then there's our whopper at 3.45 million. Interesting. So in 1 day's time, 27 listings coming on in that area. So if I were to compare that to last year at the exact same date, they had 31 new listings coming on the market. And one of them still is that possible? This thing is still on market. 696 days on market. Well, there you go. There's somebody who hasn't quite gotten the message yet, eh? There you go. A few of those got canceled or expired, but there were 31 listed on this day a year ago. Okay, I just realized what I did there. That was not fair. April 1st of 2019 was a Monday, and that's typically a slower day. So today is Thursday. Let's put that on the Wednesday of that week last year, and that gave them 66 matches. Interestingly, on the Thursday of last year, there were 116 listed. Let's take a look at 18. 62. So our number at 27 is indeed quite a bit less. Let's take a quick look at something. Yep, that was a Wednesday in 2018 as well. So that's a little bit more fair comparison. 62 and 18, 116 in 2019. Here comes 29 in this year. Okay, well, that's just kind of me noodling around here with the NLS dashboard, kind of having some fun with it here today. But that is interesting. So there are your statistics for the day. Probably went a little further than I should have, but that's what we do here. It's shelter in place. All right, we will talk to you guys soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.